everyone.
Hello everyone.
Hey, we've got Pooja here, and Pooja is an awesome developer, and we are in the
second day of 30 days of reactors.
Go on, Pooja.
Okay.
Introduce yourself. Tell the world who you are.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Pooja Singh, and I'm also same like you as a learner. So today we'll learn about componentizing of our React app. How do we componentizing?
But why do we need to do that?
Obviously, we don't want to repeat our codes. So component is the best way to reuse our code.
Definitely. Yes, that's for sure. So let's go ahead. Let's do something on React to just componentize it. And cool. So you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to share my screen.
Ready.
How many of you have joined? Okay, there are a lot of people commenting. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so let me look into the comments soon. And thanks everyone for coming this time. Oh, it's actually only early for me, but not for others. That's okay. All right then. Okay, so let me share my screen without further delay. So from yesterday, the last time, what we did is we just created the JSX. We got a good introduction about what JSX is and how you do things in JSX. Now we have like a, what do you call this one? It's a class component in React. And this is what is there here. And with this one, we are going to see how we are going to create components. So before that, what do you remember when it comes to components and stuff like that? Any framework do you want to say? CSS frameworks.
Yeah. CSS framework, it's Bootstrap.
Yeah, let's use Bootstrap then. I guess I've already got a React, kind of like I've got a Bootstrap 4.5.2 CSS. What I'm going to do is, instead of this particular app stuff, I'm going to delete this one.
Praveen? Will we work with only class component or function component also?
It works with both the components. See, class components or functional components, we are going to use it in different ways. Like, how should I say this? So it is not something dependent on the type of the component, but this is just the HTML and CSS part. So it is completely fine with using in anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this web version today as well. And I'm going to use an external resources and add this resource as bootstrap.min. The moment I add the resource, look at the right side, it has changed all the fonts and etc. So I'm going to use, let's say, Open Sans. So this is not working because I didn't give the class name correctly. So let me give the class name as app here. And Pooja, don't forget, just take care of the comments as well.
Yeah, sure. I'm looking, there are so many comments coming out.
Okay, great. Fine. Okay, so we have got this one. Now, with this being done, I just wanted to introduce one more thing as well here. So I've got a repository that has almost all the Bootstrap kind of a thing components. So let me go to getbootstrap.com. That's where Bootstrap relies. And if I go to the documentation, this is the first place you need to go and check things out. Okay. And let's go to a header. Let's try to use a header and then we will try to componentize it. So header is nav.
We can use React Bootstrap also, right?
Yes. That is what we are going to do at the end. So React Bootstrap, React Strap it is not created by aliens. It's created by us, people like us, right? So how would you create it? That is exactly what we are going to do that here. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So let's look at that. So we have navbar. So let's use this particular navbar. So if you see here, we have got a couple of classes and stuff like this. Wait, this is version 5. Let's go to version 4.6 and let me open nav. So here, if you see here, we have got this particular navbar here, and let's start with something simple. I just need to use a simple heading alone. So what all things I can do? I just need to use this these three classes with nav, and then I can use this. Okay, so let me go to here. So here we do have this whole thing like hello folks. I'm just going to use a nav bar here. So let me use a nav tag. Unfortunately, emmet is not working in this particular stuff. There is no emmet here. So that's the reason I start writing everything on my own, or else in the Visual Studio Code it's going to be very easy. Okay, so we have got our nav class name, all these things. Okay, let's ask the audience. How many of you want light background? How many of you want dark background? Please put in the comments.
Yeah, I'm checking the comments. Oh, dark is dark.
First person to write as dark. Okay, great.
Yeah, dark. I think more are going for dark. Even okay. I like dark.
Right, then in that case, let's go with dark. So we'll go with navbar dark and bg dark as well. Are there any questions? Okay, questions I'll just do it at the end. Okay. Right. So after this, what we need is we need to have something called as a class navbar brand. I'm just going to put the span tag instead because this is easier. You cannot use a link like a href with hash in React because it is going to like it's going to throw an error and stuff like that. So we don't want to do this. Also, we should be using class name, not class. So that looks fine. So do you see anything that could be repeatable or that could be componentized here? I'm going to say like componentizing the React apps. Okay, so if I use this way, do you think there is anything that I can actually componentize or reuse? So for example, if I need to do something of the light variant, I need to again go change these two things into light. So I just put light, bg light, and then copy this one. Let's add dark chocolate, stay light. So you see there are like three different elements here.
Yeah.
We can actually create 3 components or a single component.
Praveen, there are so many questions coming out.
I'll answer it later. I'm sorry, folks. Let me finish this because we are targeting to complete it within a certain amount of time. So let me finish this. Okay, go on. Tell me.
Okay.
Should we create one component or 3 components for this?
No, we can use only one component.
Let's see how. So components are in React that are made up of like multiple variations of the same thing. So what I have done here is, let's go back and let me see this one. So I've got this particular bootstrap React helpers, which I wrote on myself. Like I just tried writing this. So this is what I have done for the components really. So before that, app, what is this app? It is a component, right?
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to create a new directory called components and then put app inside that. This is going to fail it. On the right side, if you see, it's going to say it's failed. So I'm going to use components/app and still it will be failing because this CSS should be also in the right folder. So we will just, as we discussed earlier, it should go to the right folder. We totally forgot to do that. So I'm just going to put the styles.css here. And now inside the components app, I'm going to get rid of this one. And this is going to show in a very bad way. So I'm just going to create only one instance of import styles/styles.css, or maybe I'll do index.css, and I'll tell what is the best way of doing this CSS imports in a different way in the next video or something. Cool. So now it should be working fine. Yeah, there you go. It works. So let's close everything. So we've got app and everything here. Okay, cool. So inside the components, I'm going to create something called as header.js, and I'll just use this particular thing which I did. So if you see here, what I have done is these are props. So props are something that they are variables or like options or new, like data that is fetched from the parent component to the child component. So this is something which I am doing here. And with that,
one question.
Yes.
Praveen, why we use props? Because prop we can't change, right?
Yes, we will not be able to change props because the reason is there is a reason. React uses something like a one-way directional stuff, which is really good. If you see Angular, it is bidirectional. So it goes and attaches to the scope variable, and whenever you are trying to change the scope variable, it is going to change in every place. But React is unidirectional, so the only way of data transfer is from top to bottom. That means parent to child. So if you have any functions that are possibly that can possibly change the value, that way we will be passing the functions. Okay, you will be seeing a lot about how data works bidirectional in states and props, which is going to be the I guess day 4 or day 5, I guess. So let's see. Okay.
I hope my questions
will be answered on that day. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and so many people get cleared now also something.
For sure. Right. Thank you. Thanks for asking that question. Okay. So we have this dark versus light thing. So what I'm doing here is, if this particular value is truthy, so it is not true value, but if it is truthy, what I'm doing is, if you even send a string here, this is going to do a double negation on it, which means negative into negative is positive. So whatever is the value, its Boolean value will be coming here. So if it is true, then we will go for dark. If it is false, we'll go for light. And then it is going to return this particular set of HTML content. So what we are doing here is, we are using a templating kind of a thing here. So it's a template literal where we are kind of like putting navbar hyphen dark. So what will be there in dark, in case of this dark is true, we'll be having dark here. In case this dark is false, we'll be having light here. So it would be navbar dark, bg dark. So it could be navbar light or bg light if the light variant is changed. We are also taking in class name. So class name will be appended in case if this is set with a space, and then the class name will be just added here along with all these other class names. You don't need to give any other class name. You don't need to even keep those things in mind. So React Strap technically does something like this.
We can do it by if-else conditions also, right?
Yes, this is a short form of the if-else condition.
Yeah.
So this is if, then else. And then finally we have the content here. So children is a special prop again, which is going to be the contents between the tag. So we are just copying and pasting all the things here directly. So we have like span with the class navbar brand, and we have got this one. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and look into the app.js. So what we have got here, we've got like 3 different things, and we have everything is in, one is dark, one is light, and one is dark again. So let's try to convert them into header classes. So if I do header, so it says auto import from header. This is what I want. I click on this, it automatically imports it. So I close it, and the normal way it's going to close it for me. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. It's going to show me this the same way how the stay light is. Now all I need to do is I need to add dark equal to true. So true here is going to be a JavaScript variable. So not a variable, it's a JavaScript value. So I need to put it inside the braces as we discussed last class or last session. This is whatever you want to put that is supposed to be done using JavaScript. You need to use a curly brace. So this will be considered as JavaScript, and here you have got this. Now let's try to do the same thing for others as well. So I'm just going to copy and paste twice. I'm going to add stay light, and again I'm going to add dark chocolate. So stay light alone, this is going to be false. Others will be the same. So looking at that, we have got double copy of the same thing. So this is, see how small now it is. The whole code base is now small just because of componentizing. This is the way you can easily componentize, and moreover, please keep a note of the folder structure here. So that's the main part about it. And I'm not sure if we are also looking for the interactive stuff here. Just give me a second. So let me also look at the comments. There are a lot of things.
There are lots of
yeah, I'll just answer
functional component and class component.
Okay, we are not doing anything about that. So yes, so far we have done something like this. Now that's not in our scope actually. So that's about componentization. And if you want to pass on some data here, we are passing through props, and these are called as props. And here you go. Boom. See, all these videos are meant to be very small. Live streams here, I'm going to try to limit it before half an hour. So let me quickly pick up other questions and let's go ahead. Done. Hey, sorry. Is this okay? So, hey everyone. Hey to. Okay, I totally missed everything.
Hey, sorry. Is this okay? So, hey
because
everyone. Hey to.
Sorry, because all the audio was like disconnected. So I'm really sorry about it. Let me tell this again. So the first thing is yes. First question is from Ashish. Any advice for first year students, as I'm currently learning C language and stuff like that, right? Okay, C language is currently used only for the development in terms of drivers and other things. But otherwise, I'm not sure what else could we use. Mainly basics of programming, yes, this is good. But apart from that, I don't see a reason for why C language is being used. That's one thing. Secondly, then if you want to pursue something in the software industry, currently the great languages are like number one is Python, number two is JavaScript. So and you have the normal class-based languages like typed languages like Java, .NET, Ruby on Rails. So those things we can look into. Coming to question from Syed, why are there three props? So the first prop is like you can have any number of props by your choice. It's all your choice. Since we need a dark class, we need a class name, and we need the content of the props, so content inside the tag. So we use 3 props. We can have any number of props, or we can even avoid the props as well. So that's completely fine with us. And there is another question from Syed as well. Sorry. Hey Kushbu, hey Kirtana. Thanks. Okay. Syed, you had another question. Yes. Can't we use single variable as props and accessing using dot operator? Yes, that is possible. That's what we generally do. And this is easy, right? Like you don't need to use a bigger one, props dot something, props dot something, props dot something. Instead of that, you can just use the direct thing. Direct access is very much easier, and it also looks better. And one more thing, if you want the props to be suggested by VS Code or any kind of IDE, you might need to use it in this way. So those are the different reasons why I've got this one. Otherwise, there is nothing else. Okay, so hey Sonali, I guess if it is now audible, I believe. Right. Okay. So thanks a lot. I guess we have come to almost the last part. Any other questions? How was it? And can you all bring in your friends? Also, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up and share it. So Pooja, you want to say something? Pooja, you're on mute.
Yeah. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. I'm
Pooja, you're on mute.
Yeah. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. I'm so eager to.
Pooja, you're on mute.
I'm so excited that I learned, and I hope everyone learned from this session. And obviously, I'll use this knowledge, and I'll build so many projects. I learned, and I hope everyone learned from this session. Yeah. And obviously, I'll use this knowledge, and I'll build so many projects. I learned, and I.
Okay. There is other questions from. Okay, let's wait for some time. There is a huge echo going on with Pooja's system. So, all right. Sorry about that. Okay, so thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, Syed. And with respect to Santosh question, what if we have two or more children? When you're using React, you can only return one single children, which means you can either use a when you do the return statement, you have to either use a single parent and then return everything. This is one of the most important interview questions. How many children or how many JSX elements can a React return statement can have? There is only one. You have to wrap everything inside a fragment in case if you want to send more than one children. So ultimately it is going to be one single children. So I gave a quick. Okay, so with respect to Bootstrap library, wait for another day, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'll definitely show you how we are importing the Bootstrap library. It's all right, Pooja. That's fine. It looks like something messed up in your. You started playing the YouTube video as well as you have started talking, so that's the reason it has got like that. So don't worry about that. Okay, cool then. So I hope everyone is clear. Is there anything else? Syed, for your answer, definitely watch tomorrow's session. We are going to bring in Bootstrap and other things, and that's going to be awesome. All right, then. So, shall we say a bye, Pooja? So, see you all. Don't forget to bring your friends tomorrow, and same time, 24 hours minus 30 minutes later, we'll be meeting here. And bye, everyone.